And finally, from Canada, with foreign nationals driving a population boom, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has announced a sharp cut in the intake of low-wage temporary foreign workers. The move will impact thousands of immigrants, mostly from India and South Asia. The immigration program has long been used to exploit migrants, but Trudeau's supporters say it was necessary to address labor shortages in Canada. Now, with rising unemployment, a looming housing crisis, and elections in a year, the stakes couldn't be higher. Our final report has more.
There's a major policy shift in Canada. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has announced plans to cut down the number of low-wage temporary foreign workers and permanent residents coming into the country, putting Canada at a crossroads. The country for years has been a beacon for immigrants. But now, faced with a 97% surge in population, the Trudeau government is rethinking its strategy. Taking to social media platform X, Trudeau said it's time to overhaul the temporary foreign worker program and invest in Canadian nationals. This program, which allows businesses to hire foreign nationals for short-term jobs, has been under fire for allowing exploitation and depressing wages. Recent reports, including a scathing assessment from the United Nations, have labelled it a quote-unquote breeding ground for contemporary forms of slavery. But the criticism doesn't stop here. Labour advocates have long argued that the program is being misused. Employers are using it to bypass hiring skilled Canadian workers, instead opting for cheaper temporary labour. And the numbers back it up. In 2023 alone, nearly 184,000 temporary foreign worker permits were granted. And now, with the unemployment rate at 6.4% and over 1.4 million Canadians out of work, Trudeau's government says enough is enough. Starting September 26, the rules will change. Work permits will be denied in regions where the unemployment rate is 6% or higher. Moreover, the share of low-wage temporary foreign workers that an employer can hire will be cut in half, from 20% of their workforce to just 10%. The impact on the Indian community in Canada will also be significant. India is a major contributor to Canada's temporary foreign worker population, with nearly 26,500 workers in 2023 alone. The country also leads in sending international students to Canada. But recent data shows a sharp decline in study permit approvals, hinting at a broader slowdown in new arrivals. Earlier this year, Trudeau's government acknowledged the crisis by imposing limits on international student visas. And now, with this latest move, the Canadian government aims to bring down the temporary resident population from 6.2% of the total to just 5%. So the government's goal is quite clear: reduce the strain on public services and give Canadian workers a fair shot. But as these policies take effect, the question remains: will this shift help solve Canada's problems, or is it just the beginning of a much larger debate about the country's future?
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
Kamala, you're fired!
I say, bring it on.
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished. On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can we expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
We start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. For the first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital,